Hello everyone and welcome to the Gunpla Network. I'm the Spicer and today's unboxing of the high-grade Master Gundam comes to you courtesy of those fine folks over at Canadian Gundam. Canadian Gundam is your one-stop shop for all your Gunpla and promo needs here in North America. While you're checking their catalog and placing your order, don't forget to use the promo code Gunpla Network to save 10% off. The GF13001 NH2 Master Gundam comes to us from Mobile Fighter G Gundam and is piloted by Master Asia. This mobile suit is the successor unit to the Kowloon Gundam that represents Neo Hong Kong. Master Asia is the venerable mentor to our main character Domon Kashu and is thought to be one of the best martial artists in existence at this time, even being one of the four Heavenly Kings or part of the Shuffle Alliance. Now, in plastic terms, we do get a fair amount here. The box is incredibly nice looking. We have Fuunsaiki, which also comes with it, which is the horse Gundam, which is also piloted by a horse. Somewhat confusing, but whatever. It's G Gundam, we're rolling with it. And it's cool that both of these come together. I'm interested to see how well Master Gundam fits on Fuunsaiki, since this is a 10-year-old kit at this point, but we'll see. Regardless, the box looks good. We have a nice big shot of Master Gundam and Fuunsaiki, and then a model kit representation of Master Gundam fighting the Shining Gundam. So, nice to see model kits on the box, as you usually don't see that. It's usually just artist renditions. Now when we move over to the side, we see that Fuunsaiki will come with a stand that Master Gundam can then sit on Fuunsaiki on, and then you can just use Master Gundam by itself. So it is cool to see it's got a stand for the little, like, running pose. It's not running pose. It's like, I don't say it's a whinnying pose either, because that's not right, but like a jumping pose. And it actually gives us an interesting look at Fuunsaiki in terms of its articulation, because it looks like it has a pretty good range of articulation for having 4 horse legs, which is very unusual. The other side shows us that God Gundam can also sit, or Burning Gundam can also sit on Fuunsaiki. Then you have all the gimmicks that Master Gundam is going to come with. His wings turn into like a cloak shield thingy. You have the big darkness finger. Then you have like the regular hands that you've got fists. You got kind of relaxed hands. You got karate chop hands, and then the regular darkness fingers. Then you've got some warnings and such, and some lore on the kit, and that's about it. Now that we're cracking open the box here with the A plate, it's all in red, and it looks like a pretty nice red. I do see a pretty large sticker sheet under there, though, so that's a little concerning. The B plate is also in red and will make up most of the cloak cowl version, so it looks like this might be a bit of a parts former for that effect. The C plate is a dark blue, purpley blue color, which is going to make up most of Master Gundam's actual body armor, and it looks pretty fine, and there's nothing here that looks too much of a concern. I'll see how it nubs, but it looks like it should be pretty easy to handle. We then have the D1 plate, which is a darker navy blue or a dark purple, kind of hard to tell, but it is distinctly different from the purple we just saw, and it looks like it's going to make up most of the rest of the body. I can see the chest there, so we're definitely going to get some stickers there. And then the D2 plate pretty much just matches everything out there, the shoulders, the different internal joints, things like that. The H1 plate, though, gets us to Fuunsaiki and is a lot more than I thought was going to be here. Looks like every part of the leg is kind of individually articulated at 2 points, so that's cool. The main body looks like it's just going to be big chunks of plastic, though, so it'd be pretty hollow, which means it should be pretty lightweight. The sticker sheet is just as big as I thought it was going to be. A lot of yellow, so this might be something to consider painting, but I do believe most of that yellow is going to be for the wings and probably the vents, so probably not too much on the main body. So if you don't really care about it, you can always go back with a different color of paint if it's a little easier, because yellow can be a bit of a pain sometimes. We also have the PC joints, pretty standard fare, nothing special to write home about here. And we get a cool little, like, red cord thing for the controls for Fuunsaiki, so Master Gundam can hold on to him, and that's actually kind of cool. It does look like it represents a beam effect fairly well. Now that we've got all that out of the way, I have some interesting the thoughts going into this. The stickers, not all that surprising for a 10-year-old kit, which is odd because I just reviewed the Age 2 and it had almost no stickers, so it does show you some disparity here. And of course the G Gundam, I think the original Master Gundam is actually older than 2011, so kind of keep that in mind, but this is a cool kit. This is the only horse Gundam I can think of that we have that's just a horse Gundam, so it will be interesting to see how that works just on its own with its movement and its articulation, and then to see how Master Gundam actually handles sitting on it. With some of these older kits, that leg articulation could be a problem, and the side skirts as well. It looked like from the box images it sits fairly okay, but I don't know if that's just camera magic or they use sticky tack or how they did that, so we'll see. But generally speaking, Master Gundam's a really cool, interesting design. It turns a lot of the conventional Gundam color schemes on its head, but it's much closer to something akin to the Titans, so we have a fairly unique color scheme here. I was really impressed to see no red stickers, because there's a lot of little red pieces here and there on the kit. That could just be forgotten as well, or it could be plastic, because there's quite a bit of red in the runners, so fingers crossed it's plastic. The yellow's a little disappointing, but where it goes on the wings, I'm not too surprised or really that bummed out. A lot of them are fairly flat areas. They're a little curved, but they're not going through any channels, they're not going over anything. It's a very flat piece, so they should stick fairly well as long as they're cut well. So fingers crossed for that. And I'm just really interested to see how Fuunsaiki works, honestly. The Master Gundam, outside of the stickers, I really don't have too many concerns on. I generally know what to expect from a kit this old, but Fuunsaiki is a wild card. I mean, regardless of how old Fuunsaiki is, all those individual leg pieces look like they're going to provide a pretty interesting range of articulation for a horse Gundam. So I'm just interested to see how this goes. I think this will be interesting. But leave those comments down below of any questions or concerns you may have. If you've got the kit, let us know how it goes or how it went. And if you're looking to buy the kit, pop any questions you may have that you want answered pre-purchase, and I'll do my best to answer them. Be sure to check out our other content here on the YouTube space by liking this video, subscribing. We got a bunch of other reviewers, we've got lore videos, news, all that fun stuff. And of course, we have our Facebook groups, our Instagram, and then of course our website, gunplanetwork.com. As always, friends, I've been the Spicer here for the Gunpla Network. Please stay safe and keep on building.